sooner he gets naturalised, the more comfortable we can feel. Now we turn to the Southern Division, where there were two games fascinatingly involving all four teams in the top four. When Juventus met Heidelberg, it was fourth versus third, with Juventus going into the game after their second 0-0 draw in 3 games, but after a run of 8 matches which saw them lose just once, and that was back in round 1. Heidelberg, as we saw in last week's programme, lost a big one against South Melbourne, which was no great disgrace, but it was their second loss in 3 matches. Carl Patterson reports.
In the controversy surrounding the Socceroos this week, one positive aspect has been overlooked. That locally produced players are at last making up big numbers of the national team. On show today are 2 of the 7 players added to Frank Arok's squad. Mike Peterson, the Juventus midfielder, and Jeff OLVER, the Heidelberg goalkeeper, both of whom learned their soccer in the Victorian junior ranks. With such local talent available, the Socceroos no longer have to rely solely on imported players, whose true allegiances and patriotism sometimes lie with countries other than Australia. OLVER's selection was considered by many to be long overdue after his consistent excellence over the past 15 months.
Yeah, relieved. You're always relieved when you're called into a national squad. You know, you hope that you get called up. You don't expect to get called up, because normally when you expect something, it doesn't come. So I've just been playing, you know, reasonably well, and I was hoping they would get the call up, yeah.
Now, there's 3 other goalkeepers ahead of you in the squad. You haven't got much time to stake a place for number 1.
No, but you know, I'm hoping Frank takes it on your performances at club level. If I can keep the form that I've held so far over the night series and the league so far, I'll be quite pleased.
And while OLVER's selection was widely applauded, the choice of Peterson was a surprise, considering he's had only 1 full season in the NSL and has only just turned 20.
Yeah, definitely a surprise, Kyle. Unexpected out of the blue, but certainly delighted at the opportunity.
Now, you've only had 1 full season in the NSL. How quickly has this come upon you, this selection?
Yeah, well, I don't know whether I'm ready for it or not. I'll just have to wait and see, and it'll tell when I go into the training camps. But I'm confident, and I think I can handle it.
Right, now your first game today for Juventus against your old club. A bit nervous about that?
Definitely nervous, Kyle. And I've spoken to other players who have been in the same situation, and they always say that they haven't really performed up to standards. So I'm hoping to reverse it.
For the battle against his old club, Peterson had some useful midfield allies in Richard Miranda and Paul Wade. This trio had a clear advantage in the first half, as Heidelberg seemed to miss George Christopoulos, who had played in defence to cover for the suspended Joe Angeli. Juventus developed some fluent passing early. In the 5th minute, Peterson started a move to Campbell, whose pass found Incantalupo, but the cross was cleared by Yankos. In the 16th minute, the Heidelberg defence made a hash of a free kick, and Peterson was able to get free on the left. His measured cross found Sweeney, and his drive on the far post just went wide. But in the 25th minute, Salamides came close with a good header, but it was blocked on the line, and after some anxious moments, the Juventus defence cleared. Juventus took a well-deserved lead in the 29th minute. Eddie Campbell started the move with a fine pass to Cullen, who outfoxed Yankos and delivered a fine cross. Wade dashed it on the blind side of the Heidelberg defence and beat OLVER with a well-placed header. Juventus continued to dominate the play in midfield after half-time, with short, skillful passing, followed by incisive passes to the busy Cullen and Sweeney. In the 58th minute, Sweeney flew into the box to meet Incantalupo's corner, and it was McKee on the line who cleared for Heidelberg. Juventus sealed the game in the 70th minute. Sweeney got an important touch on a long pass, and after McKee missed his chance to clear, Incantalupo clinically took the opening, sidestepping and then planking the ball past OLVER. Juventus had plenty of openings and could have increased the lead. In the 88th minute, Peterson came face-to-face with his new Socceroo teammate, but OLVER won the day. And the final score was Juventus 2, Heidelberg 0.
Carl Patterson reporting from Olympic Park. Not too far away at Middle Park, it was an even bigger tussle as first place South Melbourne met second place Croatia. In amongst another big crowd, your commentator was Laurie Schwab.
So referee Bernie Upjohn preparing to kick off this match. Charlie Egan on the ball in the centre circle together with Doug Brown, and here's our referee Upjohn, and play gets underway. George Kaloyeros getting his first touch, and it's been a while since we've seen him in the senior team. In fact, not since the night series. A bad ball going out of play early, and it's is George Hanna in possession, the left back of Croatia. Turn back to the goalkeeper. Postacoglu. Headed on by Kanasoulis, but cleared by Hanna, and out's Ward. Ward turning. Nice pass out wide for Gojevic. Gojevic looking into the middle, and he start the second half. No changes that I can see at the moment. And it's Tommy Cumming turning the ball back to his goalkeeper as play resumes. Now here's a chance for a counter-attack. A breakaway by Gojevic. And he's stopped by Steve Blair. Gojevic complaining bitterly. Steve Blair may get the yellow card for this because it was a